So around a year ago, I had landed a premium copywriting client. At least I thought it was premium. And we were about to do this one-time project. And it was, I think it was a sales page, was a landing page, some VS sales, and an upsell page. So it was basically a whole funnel. And we had agreed to do that for, it was 1.25K. Yeah, it was 1.5K, something like this. And so what we had agreed on in the beginning was I was only gonna rewrite one of his pages. I wasn't gonna build anything. I wasn't gonna rewrite via sales. I wasn't gonna do anything. But me, for being the perfectionist I fucking am, I decided to do everything. Okay, and I decided to write the via sales. I decided to write the sales page. I decided to do everything for 1.5K. So that's completely different from what I would do right now, because that's way too low. So now it may seem like a lot if you haven't made any money with copy, but it's fucking pennies. It's slave work. No, slave work. So we did that project. We started working on it, and the thing was, here's why it's not good to undercharge. I had so much work to do. I had started so little money. So in my mind, subconsciously, I was like, oh, I'm not getting paid that much, so I don't need to even do high quality work. But the prospect felt like he was paying me like trucks to loads of cash. And it was because he wasn't a premium prospect. So I kept with the project. I started doing it, and it ended up being good. It was insane. The copy, at least, it was fucking good. But I was like, no way, I'm not gonna pay somebody to do the designs and the funnels, because I'm not doing it. I'm not doing that stuff myself. Like, fuck it. I'm not wasting 2 days just to create a sales page or something, to build a sales page. No way. I'm gonna outsource to somebody. And so what ended up happening was I outsourced this project to somebody that I used to coach. I still coach him, to one of my students, and to do the designs, and I would give him something in return. So he designed it, and of course his job wasn't being a graphic designer. He didn't know all this stuff, so I don't expect anything from him. And so he did this project. He designed the pages, and they didn't look so good. So this prospect immediately told me, when I told him the project was done, he was like, I can't remember his exact name, the exact things he said. I think he was like, hey, this isn't what I was expecting. You can keep the $700 I paid you. And I was like, what? What do you mean keep the $700? Like, I need my money now. I'm kidding. But the point is, don't charge low. Even if you feel like, oh, are clients gonna be able to afford these rates? What if they say no? I'm afraid I can't pay this. Stop it. Just pick a price you want to get paid, and just say it. It's literally that simple. I know it sounds crazy. I know it sounds weird, but just say it. One thing that has helped me is, one time I had hopped on a sales call, and I was really skeptical. I was a bit afraid of charging too high. So what I did is, I just sacrificed one of my sales calls. And here's what I mean. Instead of charging like 1K, 2K, and all these baby prices, I set an extreme price. Like, I want you to picture this. Me being on a call, I was a fucking beginner. I hadn't made any money from big clients, and actually that was before this project. It was before, and I still made that mistake. And that's why I'm sharing this with you, because it doesn't matter where you're at, you can still make mistakes. So I hopped on a call with that 7-8 figure prospect. I don't remember what it was. It was one of my first premium sales calls, and I told them, so this thing is gonna be $6,000 per month. And I'm like, I was afraid to say it. But the thing is, even though I got rejected, and he was like, oh, I need to think about it and send me a proposal and all this bullshit, the good thing that happened is I stopped being afraid. It raised my bar. Because when you're doing something uncomfortable, you're much more comfortable doing it the next time. So since I told that prospect 7K, 6K, I don't remember, the next time I wouldn't be so afraid to say 3K for a project. And that's what you want to do. That's what you do with your fears. If you're afraid of heights, you just go into heights. If you're afraid of spiders, you just expose yourself to spiders. That's what you kind of do. You expose yourself to the fear a little bit. But what you can do to to accelerate the process even more is you can expose yourself to a bigger amount of stress. Now, yeah, maybe you're gonna get, I don't know, PTSD, you're gonna get post-traumatic stress or something, but this worked for me, at least in this specific topic. If it was spiders or whatever, maybe I would get PTSD, post-traumatic stress, and I wouldn't be able to even see a spider again. I would get chills all over my body. But in this specific case, this does work. This does work. Because it's not really something that can go, you're not gonna get hurt. You're not gonna get hurt. Maybe you're gonna say, oh, what are you saying? What are you saying? What the fuck is this price? That's the worst thing that can happen. Like, for real. That's the worst thing that can happen. Like, okay, maybe a spider is gonna bite you, like I said, but a prospect isn't gonna tell you anything. What's the worst thing that can happen? They can't put their face in the camera and just, I don't know, grab you by the throat and slap you or anything. They can't even do that. So, there's nothing wrong with charging high. So yeah, this is the lesson I want you to remember every time you hop on a sales call. Just don't charge low, because if you charge low, you're going to do a shit job. You're gonna do a shit job if you charge low, because you're not gonna think of it as valuable. You're gonna be like, even if you don't think right now, if you don't think about it right now, consciously, subconsciously, you're gonna be like, oh, I don't get paid enough to do this. There's no way for me to go over the extra mile. And another thing I've learned is that you want to be outsourcing the stuff you're not good at. So if you're not good at funnel designs and stuff, you want to be outsourcing it to somebody else who is good at that. Don't try to cheap your way out. That's another thing. Don't try to cheap your way out. It didn't work in my favor, and I've seen many other copywriters who it didn't work for their favor too. So one thing I've been doing lately is I'm outsourcing everything to good people. If you're not A-list at your thing, you're not getting my attention. I'm not giving you this job, even if it means I have to do it myself. Like, no, I'm not doing crappy jobs. I'm not outsourcing a job and then having it turn out to be a shitty job. No, everything needs to be perfect. Everything needs to be high quality. If it's not high quality, then no, it's out of the picture. I'm not doing it. So yeah, this is what I want to share with you. Hope you got some value out of this. If you did, make sure to like, subscribe, share, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.